Well, we have continuing coverage regarding the turmoil over the future of Elmira's first arena as the Chemung County IDA is looking to terminate its lease with Mammoth Sports and Entertainment LLC, the current operator. WENY's Lindsay Madison spoke with Chemung County Executive Chris Moss earlier today, and he weighs in on this issue. Lindsay?
Nick, Chemung County Executive Chris Moss says his main concern is the tax dollars being spent because Mammoth Sports currently has outstanding bills. He says those bills, things like electricity and other utilities for the arena, total over $200,000.
All the IDA board was asking for and all I'm asking for is abide by the conditions of the lease, regardless of whether you're making money or not making money.
Moss previously served as the chairperson of the Chemung County IDA Governance Committee. He recently stepped down from his position because of a conflict of interest between the Chemung County Executive position and the Governance Committee. He said with Mammoth Sports and Entertainment owing so much money, it falls on local companies that end up taking the loss.
I don't speak on behalf of the IDA, but I do send the IDA correspondence when I feel that there is an issue that's going to affect taxpayers and when the IDA is asking for funds from the county, which are taxpayer funds, to support the arena.
According to Moss, another concern was that the Mammoth Sports couldn't provide financial statements regarding spending.
My biggest part, I said I'd like to see the financials. The IDA board couldn't provide them to me because he hadn't provided them to them. So if you have nothing to hide, why wouldn't you just provide the financials as outlined in the lease?
Moss began voicing his concerns with both the IDA and Mammoth Sports starting in January of 2022, which is less than 3 months after the Mammoth signed its lease with the IDA. Moss added Mammoth Sports received hundreds of thousands of dollars to make improvements inside First Arena.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, did a lot of things need to be done? Yes, they did. Did he do some of it? He did some of it. But you know what? When you ask to look at receipts for what was done, look, if there was nothing to hide, you'd file your financials like your lease said.
In response to Mammoth Sports President Steve Donner's outline of issues with the facility, Moss said if Donner can't provide the data as to why there's such a loss in profit, then there's nothing the IDA or Chemung County can do.
I mean, a lot of discussion to be had. It's unfortunate that we're in this situation again, but you know what? We'll make the best of it and move on.
I asked Chris Moss what he'd like to be done to possibly make the arena successful. He said when there's roughly 80,000 people who live in Chemung County and we can only get 1,000 people to fill First Arena seats for just one night of hockey, it's time to reevaluate what the arena can be used for. He added he's happy to work with the IDA and the Chemung County Legislature on the decision-making process moving forward. Now, coming up later in sports, WENY's Ryan Campbell spoke with Mammoth President Steve Donner, who said he wants to clarify how the arena ended up in this situation.